Squad, it is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, Episode 5. This episode is titled, "Oh Bottle, Where Art Thou?" Child, this episode was stupid at best, right? It was just dumb. So before we get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, shall we? So we're on day 5 of the trip, right? So we see Pepsi. So Pepsi is going to get the women because Pepsi has, set up the morning for the ladies to do Muay Thai, right? So he went to Gizelle. Gizelle's like, oh no, I'm finna get in the pool. He went to Portia. Portia didn't want to do it. So then he went to Whitney, and Whitney was like, I'm down. He went to Heather. Heather was down, and he went to Leah. Leah was down as well, right? And you guys remember Leah did some boxing on Real Housewives of New York, so I knew Leah would be into it. Now, I don't know where Marisol and Alexia were or Candace, but we know where Gizelle and Portia are not doing it. But I am happy that at least Leah, Whitney, and Leah, Whitney, and Heather obliged him, right? Despite the fact how I might feel about Heather and Whitney at this particular point, I like that they were just good sports about the situation. So then while Gizelle was in the pool, Gizelle told Pepsi, come here real quick, right? This is literally what the whole episode was pretty much about, right? So I guess, I don't know if this was after the Mardi Gras party or what, but Gizelle had this tequila that she got, right? So her, Pepsi, and Portia one night, they had took some shots of it. So she's telling Pepsi that the bottle is missing, right? And she was like, we need to find out where the bottle is. And Pepsi was like, do you think one of the ladies had it? So Pepsi kind of laughed and said, maybe, right? I think Pepsi was just having fun with Gizelle. I don't think Pepsi even took it seriously because it's not serious at all. Like, Gizelle made a big fuss about this, right? So Gizelle went to Portia's room and she was like, well, that bottle is missing. I know you didn't take it because you drink Hennessy. So we're holding court because I need to find out who took my bottle because it took 3 weeks to get here. The thing that I want to say when it comes to Gizelle and this goddamn Casa Azul bottle is the fact that, girl, are you broke? Are you on hard times? Because, girl, the way you went about this whole bottle of Casa Azul, I would have thought that this was the last one in production and that you would never, even if it was the last one in production, bitch, if you're drinking out of it, that's it. Like, unless you're gonna put it mounted in your house where you have a, where some people who collect alcohol, that ages well, right? I don't know nothing about no Casa Azul, right? Because I drink, but I don't drink like that, right? I do drink tequila, but now I'm not one of them cheap tequila brands, but I like good tequila, right? But it ain't that big of a deal to me. Like, it ain't that big of a deal. So we're going to pause here and we're going to move forward, you guys. So we see Heather. So Heather went to go check on Leah to, say, she's like, did you argue with somebody last night? And Leah was like, she did. And here's the thing. I know I've been seeing it on social media. Everybody's talking about how they don't like Leah. They don't like Leah. Again, I will preface this by saying, did you guys watch The Real Housewives of New York City to really see how Leah acts? Granted, I like Leah, right? But Leah does do a lot of complaining. And I don't know if that's part of her personality, but it doesn't bother me so much, right? It feels like it's bothering Portia. The more so is bothering Portia, right? So Candace came in behind it. So Leah was talking about the fact that Portia, now you guys, I actually remember when this picture came out, when they were at the Elephant Sanctuary, right? While they were filming, somehow the blogs got it and it was all over. That's when people were like, oh, I wonder what's going on between Portia and Candace, right? Because we know the issues with Portia and Candace. So when Portia posted it, she tagged Heather, Whitney, Marisol, Alexia, Gizelle. She left out 2 people, Candace and Leah. And I get where they're coming from. It's childish and it's petty as fuck. Like, girl, I know you might not like the bitch or whatever, but damn, you can tag her. Like, it ain't nothing to tag. It ain't nothing to be like, oh, I'm with. I mean, you posted the whole picture, girl. If you were gonna be petty, why not crop them out? Like, Portia plays stupid, but she's not stupid. Like, let's be real about that. Portia plays dumb, but she's not at all. So now, I see that side, but at the same time, when it comes to Leah and Candace, girl, it ain't that deep. Now I get where Candace was coming from when she was saying for appearances, it would make it, because they've been cool and copacetic so far, right? They've had a few arguments here and there, but for the most part, they've been cool and copacetic, and actually they're cool with each other now. I know Candace went to Portia's wedding. They've been on live with each other, so they're in a good space. But the thing that blows me is you all are grown ass women, right? Could Portia have tagged them? Yes. Did she have to tag them? No. What I would have preferred for her to do is to crop. If you don't fuck with people, just crop them out. Easy done. Easy peasy, right? Or even if you don't rock with them, just tag them. I don't care. But then for Candace and Leah to talk about it, it's like, this is stupid, right? You're mad because she didn't tag you in her post? Like, be like, F Portia. Like, that's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, okay, Portia, then, you don't want to tag me. That's fine. I don't really give a damn about you like that, right? It ain't that. See, sometimes I think people take social media way too seriously. And I think that's why I don't care about a lot of things, right? I don't care about followers. I don't care about none of that stuff. It means nothing to me because it doesn't make me money. So if it doesn't make me money, why the hell do I give a damn about it, right? So we see the ladies, they're getting ready to go to the market. So Leah is telling so I think in one card it's Candace. It's Candace, Leah, Whitney, and Heather in one car. And then in the other car, it is Alexia, Marisol, Giselle, and Portia, right? Am I missing somebody? No, it's 4 in one car, 4 in the other car, right? So Leah was telling Portia, Candace them that they're going to be going to the temple the next day. So that's the reason why they went to the market, because they're getting stuff to present at the temple. So one thing I will say, and it goes for both Miami and this show. When it comes to Marisol, I get tired of hearing her say the word cockies. It annoys me. I want to put a ban on her saying cockies. Like it just really it just grinds my gears to hear her say that, and it just grinds my gears to see her drinking. Like, you always like you've been this trip. The first day of the trip, you were complaining about your stomach hurting. That's because you probably have a damn ulcer. But that's neither here nor there, right? And then when it comes to this drink, so we'll get to that in just a minute, right? Now, I noticed that the women all had fans at one. They all had fans. I'm like, damn, how hot is it in Thailand? And I believe they went last summer, if I'm not mistaken. But I was like, damn, how hot is it in Thailand? They did go last summer. I'm just thinking to myself, like, how hot is it over there in Thailand? Because they were fanning that Leah. I just have one thing to say to Leah, because it was just a little nasty. I thought about it, because even Portia brought it up at one point. Now, you guys know, Leah keeps talking about she's on her period, right? Leah is walking around with a skirt on with no panties. I was like, now, Leah, that's a little nasty. So girl. I know she probably has a tampon, or what. I think she has a tampon up, her hoo-ha, but girl, that is still nasty that you are walking around on your menstruation cycle and you have no panties on. Girl, throw on some period panties. God, that is nasty. Ugh. Now, there are some things that Leah do that I just don't understand why she do it, and that is one of those goddamn things, right? So Leah had kept saying how hot she was, how she wasn't feeling good, and how her legs were bothering her, and eventually she fell out of one of them damn stores. And here's where I got annoyed, right? Because I feel like Portia was thinking Leah was just doing this for attention. Now, girl, Portia, haven't you shown your ass on trips before? I'd rather be like Leah and just pass out on the ground instead of somebody having to, contain me because I was about to whoop somebody's ass. I didn't watch Portia's Family Matters, but I saw them goddamn clips of her when she was trying to fight Mama Gina. So Portia, shut up. Please and thank you, right? Just shut up. Shut it on up, right? Shut it down. So let's pause here and move forward. So Pepsi called for the van, and so Leah's gonna go back to the house, right? And then the other ladies, they're gonna go out to eat. Now, before they went to eat, so Giselle, Portia, Marisol, and Alexia, they went to the table. They went to the table already, right? So then you got Candace, you got Whitney, and Heather. They went to a weed distillery, right? Oh God. So it's legal to smoke and eat weed in Thailand, but you can't have it in the streets. I mean, that's interesting, I guess. I guess. And then the other girls were talking about, oh, well, here's another thing that keeps annoying me, right? They Marisol, Alexia, Portia, and Giselle. They're all talking about how Candace screams and screams and screams and screams. What? It's like Portia, not Portia, but Candace is reacting to what's being done to her, right? Like y'all keep omitting the fact that, and it's so funny to me with Alexia and Marisol. Y'all cool with Giselle, but this is the same woman who told y'all to stop speaking in Spanish. Okay, make it make sense to me, right? It doesn't make sense. So Candace, when she's going off, it's because of something that's been said to her. Well, technically, the last time she brought it up, right? But she's going back. It's not like she's just screaming at herself. It's Portia and it's Giselle that gets involved. So let's stop playing a game here. Ugh. So Giselle is talking about this god dang on bottle of Casa Azul again. And I was like, girl, if you don't shut up about this bottle. So she got three suspects, right? So number one is Heather. Heather is number one because she doesn't trust Heather. Number two is Marisol, because Marisol, I guess, has some tiny bottles of the Casa Azul, and she was telling Giselle, you would want, if you had the small bottle, you would want that as opposed to the large bottle. I'm like, why is Marisol not suspect number one when this bitch drinks all the time, 24/7? Girl, you are gonna have cirrhosis of the liver. That's all I gotta say. If you like it, I love it, because I don't really give a damn about Marisol. Then suspect number three is Candace. And I was like, huh? Okay, it ain't that deep about this damn bottle. So Candace was talking, she was saying something, I forgot what she was saying. So Alexia decides to chime in and talking about, well, Candace, you told us to shut the fuck up. You told us to shut the fuck up. Well, Alexia, please do me and Candace a favor and shut the fuck up. Like, you guys know I can't stand Alexia. You guys know I think Alexia is racist. I said it. I think she's a racist. I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about that. You can like it, love it, hate it. I don't care. So I will say this show right here is making me dislike Giselle even more than I already did, and it's not really helping me with Portia. I still like Portia, but this show is just not it for me, right? So Candace, that's when Alexia chimed in about the whole Candace told them to shut the fuck up. Because Candace brought up the fact that Leah had told Candace that Portia didn't tag them in the post. Candace. My love. Tell Portia to go suck a sick dick. Like, seriously. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I just really wouldn't care. Portia can do whatever she wants with her social media. And you even said that Portia was going to say that. And she said that she doesn't like Leah. I don't know why she doesn't like Leah. I literally don't know why she doesn't like Leah. It's just, it gives Mean Girl, but that's neither here nor there, right? And then when Candace said, well, you didn't tag me either, she says, I don't care. I was like, Candace, leave it at that. The girl just says she doesn't care. Leave it at that. It ain't that deep. It's really it's really high school, to be quite honest with you. But let's pause here and move on and wrap up the episode, you guys. So we see as the ladies are heading back home, right? And when they get back to the house, Whitney hops out the car and runs to the house, right? Because Whitney has to pee. So Giselle is like, well, why did she get out and run toward the house? Is she going to go hide the bottle? I was like, oh my God. This old lady is not sitting here still talking about this damn bottle, is she? She said yes, she was. I was like, oh, okay. It's really given that this heifer is just broke. I mean, we already know that you get your wigs from a consignment store, so what more else can I expect, right? So I shouldn't be surprised about that. So Marisol is talking about, well, yeah, when you were talking about Heather was suspect number one and that you didn't trust her, Whitney was laughing. Okay, what's the point? Like, I don't get what the point of that was. So what? She laughed. It was funny. So Giselle. So Giselle went in the house and so at the table, she kept talking about, I want them to go to y'all's room. So every lady basically agreed for producers to go through their rooms, right? Candace was the only one who said, no, I don't want nobody going through my room because I didn't take the bottle. You took the fucking bottle, right? So, and Giselle's reason, I forgot to mention why Giselle has placed Candace as suspect number 3 for taking this bottle, right? So on seasons, you guys remember season 7 of Potomac, they went to Mexico, right? They did that tequila tasting. So remember, Candace did take a bottle, and they were like, "Girl," Wendy's like, "Girl, why are you taking a bottle?" Well, Candace thought that they had bought it for him, right? Until the producer said, "Girl, you want to go to jail behind this?" So Giselle feels like Candace took it because of that. I'm like, "Girl, are you being serious with me?" Like, lady. Lady. When you get back to the States, when you get back to Potomac, Maryland, or wherever the hell you stay in that shoebox with that ugly ass house, go to your local liquor store and buy another bottle. It ain't that deep. Like, girl, it's just giving that you broke as hell. It really is giving that you broke. So Giselle wants to go into Candace's room. But Candace did say that the producers they can go look at my room, right? It's stupid, girl. It's dumb. Oh my god. If I was whoever got that bottle, I would take it right in front of Giselle's face and be like, "Here, bitch. Here's your bottle," and just throw that hoe on the ground and say, "What you gonna do now? You gonna sue me?" Like, she's been childish. She's accusing people of stealing a bottle. Girl, do you think that maybe you misplaced it? Do you think that, like, production could have moved? For all you know, production could have moved it. Like, what the fuck, lady? Like, oh my god, I just want her to go away with that dumb shit, right? So then she keeps bothering Pepsi to tell Pepsi to look for it. It's like, lady, lady, it ain't that deep. I know you said you don't drink vodka and whatever else, right? It is fine. I am pretty sure you can get something else, right? Y'all who got Thailand isn't dry, is it? Thailand has alcohol, right? I don't know. Never been to Thailand. But she was getting on my nerves. So Candace at one point was talking to Leah in her room. So Giselle, this is the other thing that kind of annoyed me. You knew that Leah passed out in the store, so you gonna come to Leah's room and like, oh, well, I was looking for Candace's room. And Leah was like, okay, well, I don't have it because I don't drink. She said, but you said you have bottles in your house. Yeah, for my guests, but I can see why you think that maybe I would take it, so that I can. Girl, it's a bottle of, you have already drank out the bottle. Who in they right? I don't want to rant about this because I just think it's dumb. The bottle, it's not like it's a brand new bottle. You and Portia and Pepsi have drank from the bottle, right? I'm pretty sure you said you had it at the party the other night. So that bottle is not full, obviously. So what are we talking about here, girl? Y'all are only there for 7 days. You're on day 5. Day 5, you got 3 more days of this trip. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be fine without the Casa Azul. Girl, go to hell. And then the fact that when she went to go check on Leah, she didn't really go check on Leah, but she's like, well, that was Abe, but no, it wasn't. You are so hell bent on finding out where this bottle is, and you are accusing people of stealing from you. Who are you for anybody to steal from, sis? Like, girl, you just as tired as that tired ass wig on your head. Oh, Jesus, Giselle just works my spirit and irks my nerves. This episode really, it didn't bother me. It's just the fact that it didn't really bother me, right? I think what got to me is the fact that Giselle is coming off like a broke person, because it's not that deep. Like I said, once you get back to the United States of America, girl, if that's the only place you can get the goddamn bottle of Casa Azul, do that. It's not like drink some of Portia's Henny. And I mean, come on now. If Portia's Henny is not gone, Giselle, do you think that maybe you got too drunk and didn't realize that you finished that bottle? Is that a possibility? Like, if I know people say, "Oh, Giselle is a producer," she produces the scenes, she produces, she produces mass chaos too. I'm tired, you guys. That's it, you guys. Like the video. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video. And until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, you guys. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.